Hello, everybody. Welcome back to EU4 Multiplayer, featuring yours truly, Bundeswehr Bob, Ben Magnus, and MidgeMan. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello. I think he was pausing.
You say hello after. It was for dramatic effect, damn it.
Well, I was about to say, I think he was pausing for us to give us a chance to say hello, and then we foibled that.
Well, you foibled that.
No. I was just pausing to give a dramatic effect. That's all I was doing.
Oh, dramatic Magnus. Dramagnus.
All you guys just all fucked it up.
That is a great name for a bad guy.
Dramagnus. I am Dramagnus.
Well, we know who we're fighting in his D&D campaign now.
Dramagnus the Vile, scion of Orcus.
What were those words?
Those were all valid Dungeons and Dragons words. Yes.
Okay.
Orcus is like one of the biggest, baddest kind of like demon characters from another dimension that sometimes people in the overworlds try to summon if they are very bad people.
You've been doing your homework.
Yeah, for like a solid like few days now, I've been doing a lot of dungeon master research so that because I really want it, because this is the first time I'm doing this. I really want you guys to enjoy it and have fun. I want to have fun. I want to make sure you guys have fun. So I'm trying to come up with a really good story. Oh god, I just wrecked the French. Stack wiped him.
Cool story, bro.
So I'm trying to come up with a really good story, and I've got some good like random encounters planned. How we're gonna make the characters and some bad guys for different levels and stuff like that.
Does this mean this week Borgvard might understand traps a bit more?
No, well, that's what people keep giving me shit about, is that, like, you have to stop every 5 feet and do a perception check. It's like, no, I really don't. Borgvard he thinks he's invincible. He doesn't fear traps. He doesn't have, like, the natural perceptive abilities to, like, be sensing them. And he's at the front of the party, so no, he's not going to stop every 5 feet and meta the shit out of this and search for traps.
Although this week we do have the issue that Snow created by popping 2 pods at once, and now we've got an army of giant, severed hands to fight, as well as a mummy.
I still think that the mummy is going to be the worst, because the mummy's a CR3, and the hands are CR like 0.2 or something like that.
Yeah, but there are 15 of them.
Yeah, but still, like even aggregate, there are less threat than the mummy. And the mummy, we don't even have wounded yet. I don't think.
Yeah, it's been hurt.
Was it wounded?
Yeah,
I know we set it on fire, but I didn't think it actually wounded it.
It's been like it's not bloodied. It's before it. We think
we're not being fed like it's HP, exact point for point or anything. But it wasn't bloodied or anything last when we left off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is so it's more than at least it's still got more than half health. Even after being set on fire, and the problem is that only one person can engage it at a time.
Unless we bring it back.
With the exception of Bob and his spells, which seem impervious to striking.
Lightning bolt. Well, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got a lot of resources. Roach helped me out with some resources. I've got a pound of dice coming. I've got the Dungeon Master's Manual and the Monster Manual ordered and on the way.
Lovely. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm starting to piece together like what the world like the continent you guys are on and the world you are in and what's going on there.
Remember when I first DM'd, I had taken a lot of inspiration from the Elder Scrolls series.
Well, it's hard to not rip ideas from stuff you already know.
Yeah,
well, it's really the best starting point, I think, as a DM, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Like what do you know, and what are the stories? I mean, because someone's going to, no matter who it is going to recognize an element of some kind in a story or some fantasy world or some other story or event that they know. They go, oh, this is related to this. You know, they're gonna think that, but you know, that's it. I wouldn't get bogged down with that though. Like that.
No,
that's just gonna slow you down.
I've already, you know, like taken a couple elements from either, you know, D&D encounters that I've, you know, read the PDFs of, or, you know, obscure fantasy novels I've read or something like that. Taking a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and let's put them together and make something new. And, you know, hopefully it won't be so recognizable that you'll just be like, okay, this is what's happening, and it'll come off as original, to a point at least. I'm excited though. All right, Norway, you're mine.
Where'd your fleet go?
Norway, or not Norway. Well, yeah, Norway, but Iceland. And now heading towards like the Shetland Isles.
Those guys have been on a whirlwind tour.
Yeah, these guys are being drop potted all over the place.
Benjamin's Prussian Magical Mystery Tour.
Mm-hmm. It was stops in the Faroes and Shetland Isles. Bohemia, price of Chinaware, minus 50%. All right, Chinaware's not worth anything anymore.
I love China.
Because...
But nobody loves Chinaware.
China who?
Chinaware. Nobody loves Chinaware anymore. It's not the good wear.
China why?
China when?
China why?
Okay. Norway. What can I get from you?
I'm sorry, Malacca. Your army is no more.
That is why you failed. So are the Dutch just beating up the Southeast Asian Isles? That was going on?
Yeah. Well, the first time in like 40 years, but yeah.
Well, you like conquered a whole isle over there, didn't you?
Yeah, just one nation.
Dutch. It was just one country. Warmongering Dutch.
Do you care about the Java Sea?
I just did something.
If I did, what would you do about it?
I'd say get your boats over here.
You know, when you don't gotta be like that. Jeez.
Wait, are you two saber rattling now?
They started it.
Bob was... How?
He started it.
Because I will pretty much guarantee you that I would not interfere on either side if you went to war.
I think it'd be quite funny, actually. Quite an entertaining war.
Our arms aren't long enough to hit each other.
Yeah.
We're like over a kitchen table.
All right, so that's taken care of. The Prussian subarctic Isles.
Wow.
Everybody knows about the famed Prussian subarctic Isles.
Well, the thing is, I don't think there's any real estate for you to be able to colonize. So are you going to beat up the Bretons now?
Well, the thing about that is Norway is my vassal now, and Norway is in the Americans is like the American South.
Yeah, no, Norway has been a bit annoying because they're in Chikora. Because they didn't.
So now I like
a...
de facto own land in the New World, and that's a thing. Who's this? The Creek. Maybe the Creek need to get taken down a peg. Why do I have military access in Liberty? Cancel that. Sick. Corin Reykjavik.
What's the next institution? It's Enlightenment, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's needed for that to fire into place? Let's see here. EU4 institutions. Enlightened.
Something I like in 1.19 is they're adding that tooltip right into the game, so you don't have to look it up.
Oh, that's good.
What's
You
this?
just hover over it, and it tells you exactly what your requirements are to fire.
Let's see here. Arrives after 1700 province in the same area as the capital of its owner, and either has a seat in parliament, has a university, or is a province with at least 20 development in Europe, owned by a monarch with at least 5 in all stats.
Wow.
So, as the province, the same area as the capital of its owner, and either has a seat in parliament, has a university, or is a province. So either you need a, you either need to be English, have a university, or have a province that's at least 20 development in Europe, owned by a monarch with at least 5 in all stats. Now, I don't know if any of us qualify for that. I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
Okay, so then I think English, because I don't think either of you have a parliamentary system. I don't, that's for sure.
Nope.
I, however, have several universities. I don't know if you guys do.
I have loads of universities.
I don't know if I have any use. Did I build any universities? What do they do?
Lower development cost and stuff.
No, I don't think I
built
them.
Those are receiving a change at 1.19 as well. I don't remember what it was, though.
No, well, I have a couple, it looks like.
Oh, right. It was speeding up development or the institution spread. That's what universities do.
Oh, nice.
1.19. That's what they're doing.
That's going to be
all
nice.
All the government buildings are getting rehauled because right now not many people use them.
Well, courthouse is really, frankly, pretty antiquated, you know? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, local unrest -3 is pretty nice, but, you know, I don't
think I've ever built one. Unrest goes
never
down by
had a
itself
need to.
with time.
It is. Well, I mean, it's more than manageable, quite frankly. You know, here in the game, you know, I don't know if courthouses specifically are receiving a change of any kind, but
they are. It's getting changed. It lowers state maintenance. So you put one in each state, and it lowers the state maintenance. And I think it lowers. It's like minus 0.05 autonomy change or something like that. So now they're actually really good. I mean, because lowering state maintenance and lowering autonomy is going to make your states more profitable, and you only need one in each state.
Oh, definitely.
I think that will give opportunity for some smaller countries to become taller.
Well, I think that's what they're trying to focus on in the last couple months of development, is making tall a more viable strategy,
which is good. I think that's a good step forward.
With that too.
Even though there's still people getting the 3 mountains achievement, from what I understand.
Oh yeah, there's one on my Discord.
Are you fucking kidding me? Really?
Yeah, no, one of my moderator on my Discord just got it.
How?
Literally, look in my paradox room.
How is that possible?
Because he's stupidly good at the game.
I mean, I know it's possible with certain exploits, but doing it without exploits is the rub.
Like I said, he's just stupidly good at the game.
One to simply not exploit 3 mountains.
Yeah, really. Rooting out corruption, minus 44.
Rio de Prata? What? This is a Portuguese colony. Who let that happen?
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
Portuguese Colombia is actually pretty big.
Yeah.
Then there's that Spanish, you know,
everything down there.
Spanish everything in Mexico except for the natives left.
The Argentinian Scotland.
Argentinian Scotland.
Oh, good job with your veneering.
Oh dear.
That's very, very excellent work, veneering.
I think it was on this series. Someone requested that I take it into Victoria too.
That'd be interesting.
Which I know there's all those converters out there that are available. I'm always a little wary on whether or not they'll actually work properly.
Yeah, I've never used it before. I know it can work properly. I don't know if it will work properly.
Yeah. I mean, I know that the community around Paradox Games is pretty passionate about producing stuff like that. You know, and the modding community is certainly a sign of that, you know, like especially like something like Black Ice, for example, for like Hearts of Iron. You know, it's plus all the little other mods that are out there. Like I'm using a map mod called TBARW, which is That's what gives me the really thick black borders between countries and kind of buffs up the font a little bit. So, like, I believe in the passion for the community to create stuff, but sometimes it doesn't necessarily work, especially with new patches coming and, you know, new expansions coming out. Variables sometimes are taken into consideration.
Yeah.
But I'll fool with it a little bit, see what happens.
Right, so
you know what I want to do? I might try.
Want to do, Bob?
So what I want to do is I want to take the CK2 base start from, I think it's 769, so Charlemagne.
Yeah.
They can immediately save that, convert it into E4, save that, and then convert that immediately into Victoria 2.
Oh, God. Oh, it would be a clusterfuck.
Oh, it'd be so amazing.
It would be.
That would be... Oh, God. Gee.
That would be interesting indeed.
That's no... Whoa. My head kind of hurts with that.
All those tiny little countries, nothing is what it should be.
It reminds me of an old line from a Halloween episode of The Simpsons. Maggie stabs Groundkeeper Willie in the back with an axe, and she speaks with James Earl Jones's voice and goes, "This is indeed a disturbing universe."
Wow, that's the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, it was. I saw that 20 years ago, and it still weirds me out.
It's still with me to this day. Oh, come on, Truce, be up already.
I don't know if I should feel bad for Norway or happy for them. They're not the other part of the empire.
The Prussian Empire.
Well, yeah. It's not like there's any other ones.
Rude.
Of note. Well, I heard that Austria used to be a pretty cool place.
Austria is a pretty cool place.
Could be. It could be again.
I haven't finished my coffee yet, okay?
Once Bob finishes his coffee, then he'll really into some empire management.
Oh, no, the advisor died. Get another one in there. Legitimacy is so low. Hey, rivals with France. Go figure.
They dropped me as a rival, and then rivaled
you know, I'm just more dangerous. What can I say? I'm just a dangerous guy.
You are, Bob.
Very
France
dangerous.
dropped you as a rival?
Yeah, they unrivaled me and rivaled Bob.
That's weird.
It could very well be that, you know, Prussia's just a whole different weight class now at this point.
I'm no longer in the light heavyweight division.
Ugh, go deal with that. 99.
So despite everything, I never lost my great power status. So that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that you stayed on the list was well, you're still above Ming.
Well, I mean, Ming is declining power.
Yeah. Well, that's now that, especially with the institution system, Ming starts out really powerful, then quickly starts falling behind. I like how you still have one province on the Ivory Coast, Midge.
Yes. It's there for colonial range purposes.
Well, didn't you take the whole coast, and then the Congolese were like, no, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I took the Congo's coast, and I just haven't gotten around to taking it back yet.
You'll get it someday. Congo.
Muscovy, stealing your money.
Stealing their money. They seem pretty pleased by it.
You could siphon funds off of them every once in a while.
They've only got a 0.3% liberty desire, so
yeah, they're not very libertious. I can place a relative on the throne of Norway.
Chance of Prussia inheriting Muscovy minus 50%. Does that mean that there's a chance that they'll inherit you? Like, what does that mean? How can it be a negative percent chance?
I really don't know. I've got them 31% annexed.
Muscovy?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's going to be, like, scary colors. It's gonna be Prussia, welcome to Asia.
Prussia.
Prussia.
That's gonna be a hell of a country. I'm gonna have the biggest typeface.
Or it would be really small and just.
Or because there's a corridor there with the Livonian order, it's just gonna squeeze in there.
Yeah, it's just gonna be where Prussia is still, and it's gonna just be a big gray booty on it.
So I feel like your rent is due, Midge.
Jesus Christ.
Is it?
It's a yearly thing, and it's been several years. You're several years behind.
I'm not several years behind.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Yes,
Oh,
and
God.
as the person
Say no.
paying
Just
it.
say no.
Yeah. Okay.
Make him hit you.
Make him hit me.
Well, I'd be more than happy to buy those provinces off of you.
What, with the money I gave you?
Yeah, basically.
See, I have this problem.
It's
you
like
keep
a
buying
rent-to-own
forts
situation.
from me.
It's a rent-to-own situation, only in reverse. You own it and you pay rent on it, then I own it.
Oh dear.
I do have most of Lubeck now. Got 81% of it.
Wait.
Oh, I got rebels in the Shetland Isles.
Shetland independence.
Shetland for the Shetlanders.
For the Shetters.
Stupid sexy Shetlanders.
Oh, there's still a Holy Roman Empire.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just not in it.
It's not exactly as formidable as it once was, but
it's less holy and less Roman than ever.
less of an empire too.
Yeah, really.
So, Mitch, have you gotten a lot of inquiries about people trying to flee to Britain
What do you mean? What?
in wake of the election?
No, what's this?
Something that Americans do, that they threaten to leave the country
Oh.
Yeah,
because
and then
there's such and such candidate won the thing.
and then they never do because it's expensive.
Yeah. Good luck with the Americans coming in finding the cost of living of Britain. Christ.
I don't know. Whenever we talk about bills, yours are always significantly less than mine.
Oh, that's because I'm a student still in education.
See, in here, we just make our students rack up $100,000 worth of debt.
Yeah, Britain doesn't like to do that. They basically, the government buys you. So the government owns my soul. It's how Britain tends to do things. And we're mildly okay with it.
Seems valid. You weren't using it, right?
Yeah, I didn't need to use that for the next 4 years, right?
Well, you get... Is it the system where they pay for your college, and then when you're an adult, you pay a tax to pay for other people's college? You sound like you don't like it.
Well,
You're getting a free education.
Well, I'm not, because they pay for my education part. I have to pay for all, like, my living part. But
all right, let me paint you a word picture here.
I know that's not the case for America.
When I went to college,
Mm-hmm.
it was $19,000 a semester. Then there was all of the living expenses, which is everybody's normal living expenses, rent, food, gas, all that normal stuff, and then about $1,200 to $1,500 a month in supplies. So, or not month, a semester. So, multiply that by 4.
Yeah, they're allied with Great Britain.
So, which system would you prefer?
Quite possibly mine. It's just the reason we're bitter is because we haven't had it as good as other people have in Britain, in like the history of, because the year before I went to uni,
Welcome to
it
the
went
fucking
up.
club.
Yeah. Imperialism.
I suppose I would ask how egregious the tax is before I would say yay or nay.
What's the tax like?
If you're earning over 21 grand a year, it's so I think it equates to about £30 a week. I can't quite remember.
That's actually a lot.
The tax is obviously relative to how much your income is.
Yeah. Where's my goddamn weather app? I never remember where this thing is.
So Britain's
the
all
Weather
progressive
Channel.
tax is what they've got going on, just like the
Yeah.
U.S. does. Well,
Yeah.
kind of like the U.S.
It says similar, not exactly. Most of the people that I went to high school with ended up getting, like $150,000 worth of debt and then never did anything with their education.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're talking to someone doing an arts degree.
Yeah. I went to an art school.
Oh. What did you do as a degree?
The one I was going for was interactive level and game design.
Oh, wow. Sounds interesting.
And then I realized that it would cost way too much money and that nobody in the field was getting any jobs.
Okay.
Well, not any good jobs. And I fucking left. But now all of the people I know have don't have jobs in their field and huge amounts of debt. I don't have a job in my field and no debt. So I feel like I came out ahead in that situation.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Prussia can into the new world.
Can they?
Oh, well, yeah. And I'm not... New Midgeland just encompassed my vassal there and blocked my expansion path.
Does this mean war? Are you guys going to fight now?
I don't think it needs to come down to that yet.
Yet.
I think there's still diplomatic channels.
Sounds like it.
I am not an oppressor. I'm a nice guy.
Should we ask Bob?
Let my people go.
Jesus Christ.
But you only
That was 100% Bob's fault.
Oh, that's only it's an accidental repression.
There was no repression. Okay.
I
Everybody who watched from my
I thought you just
everybody
stormed
knows
off
from my end. I actually had the window open, like looking at what it would do to release him, and he declared war on me.
That's just sad.
If he had waited like another minute, I wouldn't have had to hit him. Or if he accepted any of my peace overtures, which by Bob's own admission were valid.
Stop it! Stop making me hit you.
Ben did sound really upset during all that.
That was
At least it's quality entertainment.
pesky.
For the greater
engines.
good.
Get out of
All for the
Ontario.
greater good.
It's not yours anymore. Get out of Ontario.
Ontario?
That's what it in the Dutch is not Ontario. It looks like Ontario.
No, that's Ontario.
Is that actually how it's spelled? Wow. Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it's spelled, and it's pronounced phonetically, so I'm not sure what's your problem, Midge.
Ontario.
What's that? That's. I suppose. Oh, they're going in on me? Why would you go in on me?
Oh my.
10k of Indians against 38,000 line infantry.
What? Jesus, Mitch.
What? What?
Maybe it's not. Maybe he doesn't know because he's British.
Maybe.
But I thought that was something everybody knew.
I guess not.
What did I do?
It's pretty John Wayne levels of racist with Indians there.
Yeah. That's a pretty derogatory term for those people.
Okay. Well,
Those people.
if this episode had a subtitle, I think it'd be Native American faux pas.
Faux pas. Oh, we faux pas on the faux pas. Oh, Jesus.
Well, he's British. He's never had to deal with indigenous people on his landmass before.
No, that's true.
We have the Cornish, and the Welsh.
What does that mean? What does that mean? But unfortunately, we're out of time for this particular episode. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, catching the episode. Prussia being mean still.
Attack.
Midge being racist.
Hey, I'm British. What do you expect?
You know, the usual. Please remember to like and subscribe.
Why do people watch us?
I don't know. It's a certain breed, that's for sure. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please remember to like and subscribe and check out the perspectives on the alternate channels to see what's going on their ends, and we'll catch you guys later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.